Hello and welcome to Coelho's Fair miraculously to another Sunday Disney news show. 2 weeks on the run. We may have to make this a regular thing once again. You know, last week I had a lot more fun than I was expecting to actually. I was kind of a bit nervous to get back into this Disney news show after such a long time, but it was great, and it was great to hear from some of you guys as well who have stuck around all this time through the years of no Disney news show to come back to this, to know that you're still there. It's fantastic. Must say special thanks to Moakaki, Mickey Flood on here on YouTube, and also Trisha Doe over on Facebook. Thank you so much. It means a lot to hear that you guys still appreciate this kind of content, and I hope we can keep this kind of conversation going. It's fantastic, and as always I say, I love chatting with you guys, thinking of video suggestions, you know, just kind of bringing together what we want to see from Coelho's Fair, because you know, it's not just about what I want to make videos about, which sometimes happens, and I think it's great to have this conversation about really what you guys think about the world of Disney as well. So yeah, continue to comment here on YouTube. Of course, there's Facebook, Twitter, all that fun stuff as well available. Links at the end, as always. But yeah, so Disney news, it's been fun. It's been quite a slow week really in terms of big theme park news. We've got a piece of theme park news and some movies news as well, particularly casting that we're going to get into a bit later on. Let's get right into the news at Walt Disney World, where we have the rumour, at least, that Disney is planning to build a new Skyway system, kind of like a gondola system you get at skiing or whatever, between Epcot, Disney Hollywood Studios, and a couple of the resorts. This would act as, you know, transportation for guests, rather than particularly an attraction. But it is only a rumour right now, but it's really kind of comes to question what Disney is thinking in terms of how guests are getting around the parks, because obviously that area of Walt Disney World is a very enclosed area right in the centre, and we've got Disney Hollywood Studios and Epcot, which are the closest theme parks to each other, but there is no kind of direct transportation that's not buses between them. And then you've got all the resorts and stuff. Caribbean Beach would have a stop potentially on this Skyway, and then Art of Animation and Pop Century would share a stop a bit further south. Then it's like, you gotta consider if that's even gonna be saving time for guests. It's like taking a bus, it's direct, but then getting from Epcot, you'd have to go to Caribbean Beach and then change to get to Disney Hollywood Studios. I don't know, maybe it's these super high-tech modern ones that are super fast, and I don't really know why they don't put a monorail in there. Because I know it's okay, it's cost, but then it's not a massive piece of monorail they'd need. It's obviously been years. Hollywood Studios has been around for a long time now. They've not put it in yet. They're obviously not going to do that. And this may be the alternative that they finally come up with, an alternative to a monorail. Obviously, monorail has all the costs involved. It's not worthwhile for maybe that short amount of distance. But then, why is it necessary? Why is there a real issue? Are people at Caribbean Beach finding it hard to get that 2-minute bus down the road to Epcot? Maybe it just makes it easier to get into International Gateway, because this monorail would not be going to the front of Epcot. It would instead be at the back, at World Showcase in the International Gateway entrance. Now, thinking of Skyway, some of you may remember, if you went to Disney back in the day, that there was a Skyway at Magic Kingdom from opening day up until 1999. Now, that Skyway was closed because it really didn't particularly get as much traffic as Disney wanted it to, and it wasn't really maybe the safest attraction at all. But then Skyway was classic at Disneyland. Disneyland had a Skyway from 1956 up until 1994, and also at Tokyo Disneyland from 1983 until 1998. Now, I mean, those versions had, they weren't enclosed, like you could put your arms out and all that stuff. These, obviously, the ones they would be using at Epcot potentially would be full kind of windows and doors and everything. I saw on a site that they were comparing it to ones they use in New York City to get across the river And I think it'd be nice. I think it just adds another layer of transportation. Obviously, Disney's transportation is massive at Walt Disney World, and buses, monorail, and now potentially a new Skyway. I'd be interested to know what they call it, if it needs a name. Does it need a name? Does the bus system even have a name? I don't know. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what you hear. This is not fully confirmed to go ahead, although when things like this do get leaked, they are normally pretty accurate, and you don't see Disney going through all the process of getting planning and getting everything working up and then not going ahead. So we will see what happens. But yeah, and then as I mentioned, Caribbean Beach Resort. On a side note to that, we also got an announcement this week that they are reimagining 2 resorts at Disney World, including Caribbean Beach. That one will be getting additions to the central area, including a new waterfront dining area and marketplace. So that sounds about it. So I don't know how much the reimagining will be taking place, or maybe just adding to what is existing. And then also at Coronado Springs, this one seems much more elaborate and will potentially take them 2 years to construct a brand new 15-story tower, including 500 rooms and potentially like a big concierge level, and then rooftop dining. That's what I meant, rooftop dining. So that's exciting. I mean, Coronado Springs, I've never actually visited Coronado Springs, but it looks like a gorgeous resort, and I'm sure that this is kind of pushing it more towards that business angle, that it may be heading that direction as well. So yeah, Caribbean Beach and Coronado Springs each getting redevelopments and reimaginings, as Disney's calling them, in the near future. So that's Walt Disney World for us this week. And so now let's turn over to the movies, and particularly to Mary Poppins Returns. So Mary Poppins Returns has begun production. Production is underway at Shepperton Studios here in London, and this week we got a full synopsis, which I'm not going to read out to you, but it's kind of what we were expecting. It's about Michael Banks, the son. He's still living at Cherry Lane. He's got kids. He suffers a loss in his life, and Mary Poppins comes to the rescue. Sounds fun. You know, we can pretty much expect what this is going to be like. And I mean, I'm going to get to a bit later about how this is kind of a sequel, but kind of not. And it's interesting. So we got the full cast list. Obviously, we were expecting Emily Blunt, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Emily Mortimer and Ben Whishaw are playing Jane and Michael Banks. Julie Walters is Ellen, which I thought was very interesting. Ellen is obviously not the cook. She's played by Hermione Baddeley in the original Mary Poppins. She's the housekeeper, the domestics, as they're called in the credits. And to see Julie Walters take over that role, I think will be very, very exciting. It depends how close they're going to look to the original source, and to see how close the accents and the vocal, whatever you call it, is going to be. Because, what else to say? We also got Meryl Streep and Colin Firth rounding out the cast there. But then again, it was announced a few weeks ago that Dick Van Dyke will be appearing, and Dick Van Dyke will not be obviously appearing as Bert. You have to expect that he won't be, but he will be playing Mr. Dawes Jr. So Mr. Dawes Jr. was one of the bankers in the original Mary Poppins. He was the son of Mr. Dawes Sr. Now, the interesting thing about Mr. Dawes Sr. is that he was played by Dick Van Dyke, and in all those prosthetics, and you know what? I don't know if this is just me, but I can never see Dick Van Dyke in that role. Like, it's crazy how far removed he is from Bert and from young Dick Van Dyke at the time. And now Dick Van Dyke is a little older, he's 91, and so I presume, and we have to guess, that they're not going to be adding a load of prosthetics, and it will be Dick Van Dyke, so that'll be really, really interesting. And so there's that. And then, shocker, Angela Lansbury is going to be in the film as the balloon lady who is from the original books, and I was not expecting that it's like, this is really the cream of the crop of British talent here. Meryl Streep, everyone, Colin Firth in here, and Angela Lansbury's not been, well, she has been doing Disney things like features, and she was on stage last year doing Beauty and the Beast and all that, but she's not been in a Disney film for a long time, and it's great to see they still got that connection there, and it'd be great to see her on screen once again, so that is very, very exciting, and I'd love to know what you guys think about seeing Angela Lansbury once again. It all ties in very nicely to Beauty and the Beast coming out in a few weeks now, so that's fantastic. So let's talk about whether this really is going to be a sequel, because to me, having Dick Van Dyke, having him play the character of Son, who he played in the first, you know what I mean? It sounds a lot like it's like a tribute. It's like, and having Ellen back and having all these characters, having it still set on Cherokee Lane, and it's like, I know it is the books and it is what you expect, but I don't know. Maybe it's me being reluctant to have it as a sequel because the cast changes. I mean, I'm someone that hates cast changes in the first place, like even between a sequel that's 2 years later. But to have it, and then it's like, I don't think it's going to be that possible to see these characters as the same characters. I mean, because the fact that Mary Poppins won't have aged, and obviously it's not even like you could put Julie Andrews into that role because of that fact. So I don't know. I mean, it's like. And it's not a remake though at all, is it? Because they're going to expect you to have seen the first film. Let's just have it as a standalone film, a tribute, you know, like a love letter to the original film. That sounds better. That sounds nice. I think, yeah, I don't know. It's just me. Mary Poppins is my favourite film, so it's hard to, you know, see it potentially be tarnished in this way. Although I'm very excited about it. Don't get me wrong. So there we go. Mary Poppins Returns. December 25th, 2018 is the release date. Okay, and then moving on to the other big casting announcement this week, which is for Jon Favreau's upcoming live action, it's not going to be live action, it's just going to be CGI, adaptation of The Lion King, which of course is going to be taking on the same kind of vein that Jon Favreau's Jungle Book did last year. Obviously phenomenally successful. Of course they were going to do Lion King, but the big difference is Jungle Book has Mowgli, a human character. Lion King absolutely does not. There is no reason there would ever need to be a human character in this movie. So yeah, as I said, it's going to be just a CGI reimagining. But then again, what it is we got Donald Glover is playing Simba, obviously adult Simba. Donald Glover's in there with Disney right now. He's got a great relationship with Disney. He's playing Lando Calrissian in the upcoming Han Solo Disney Star Wars anthology movie. He's great. That's fantastic. I love Donald Glover. It's gonna be a fantastic role. James Earl Jones is coming back to play Mufasa. James Jones obviously played Mufasa in the original movie. He's the voice of Darth Vader. He's got a great relationship with Disney too, but then that's basically just a remake, a casual remake of the animated movie. That's not reimagining at all. It's just doing it again. I don't know. Maybe for me it's just like, why bother to go through the effort if you're just gonna do the same thing again? I don't know. I mean, it is that everyone's like, oh, I couldn't imagine anyone else but James Earl Jones playing Mufasa. True, but I don't know. I think they could have been a bit bolder. It seems like, you know, the easy option. It's like just you know, just get him back. Can't find anyone else. Let's just get James Earl Jones back. I love James Earl Jones. He's great, and I think he was great. He was back in talking of anthology movies. He was back as Darth Vader in Rogue One. So yeah, I think it's not the best first piece of news in terms of how crazy different this film's gonna be, because that's my problem with Beauty and the Beast right now, is that it's like shot for shot remake of the original, and you have to presume that all the songs are going to be in this Lion King film, just as they're going to be in Beauty and the Beast, and some of them were in Jungle Book. More about that in a different video. But yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts as well. I'm curious what you think about James Earl Jones back and Donald Glover as well in Lion King. And there we have it. That's our news for this week. In terms of videos coming out this week, I've got a video on Tuesday which is going to be a delving further into the Disney Channel theory, which is a video that I made a couple of weeks ago, and you should go and definitely check that out if you have not. And then on Thursday, Star Wars, Disney, Princess Leia. Should Princess Leia be a Disney princess? Maybe we're going to get controversial. Maybe why she should not be a Disney princess, or will never be a Disney princess. And if you've not seen this week's videos, we had a video on Tuesday about being no Disneyland in California, and then on Thursday we looked at ranking the Disney princesses. Of course, let me know your thoughts down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. I am Joseph Worthington and this is Cruella's Fur Coat. Be sure to subscribe for more Disney videos and don't stay too long.